So I'd like to do, just before I start here, I'm going to do a little bit of spoken word. They call it spoken word now. When I wrote this, they called it poetry. Evidently, that's not really cool anymore. Not that I ever, pushed the cool-o-meter or nothing.
Shh, Dave, that's a retired poet laureate. Shh.
No,
Poetry's
it's cool,
cool.
but they used to call it poetry, and now they don't call it poetry. So this is a song 30 years ago. I was about ready to quit as an entertainer. I didn't start being an entertainer until I was 30 years old. I'm 60 now, so this is like my 31st year. It was actually right after my 29th birthday. First time I ever walked on a stage. A year later, I'm living in my van, making $50 a show doing stand-up, traveling across the prairies. I was about to give it up when I wrote this, and I've said this to myself pretty much every day since. Every time I walk onto a stage, it runs through my head. And it goes like this. It's called My Smile. The softness of the light plays across the glamour of my smile. On stage, wide open, heart in my hand, my soul on trial. The sweat on my forehead shines and shimmers. More than just words, glimpses and glimmers of the joy, the pain, the insanity we all possess to some extent. A basic need to say, I am, I always will be. I live, I breathe, I laugh, I cry. Don't you see? I don't need your sympathy, your condescending attitudes. Your miserly little platitudes mean nothing to me. They mean everything to me. I once thought, or was I mistaken, this is a road that should be taken. It's dangerous, steep cliffs and potholes. Why am I expected to play out the roles you have no right to assign to me when your sense of rhyme does not work for me? It's just the words, that's all that's true. All that's really real lives inside of me. My id, my ego, my pride, my machismo, put upon a shelf so I can share my humanity, so I can bear my humanity. Exercise my demons in the wash of the laughter. The softness of the light plays across the glamour of my smile. Okay, so I have a bunch of grandkids, 2 in Toronto, 2 here. I'm going to sing the first one. My son-in-law is Mexican. My daughter met him while she was filming in Mexico, and got married and gave me 2 beautiful grandkids. And he used to sing to her all the time. He would sing, Isabela, Isabela, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? Tú estás bien bonita, sí, sí, sí. And this always stuck in my mind. So I started writing this song that doesn't go to that tune. Sounds nothing like it except for those 2 lines. So it's... Isabela, ¿cómo estás? Isabela, ¿cómo estás? Tú estás bien bonita, mi pequeña señorita. Isabela, ¿cómo estás? Isabela, usted tira bola. Isabela, usted tira bola. Usted parece tan hermosa en tu vestido de rosa. Isabela, ¿cómo está? Did I mention I wrote it in Spanish? Isabela, tus ojos son azules. Isabela, ojos son de luz. Cuando miro en tu ojo, sé que es por acá. Isabela, ¿cómo estás? Usted tiene mi corazón. Isabella, usted tiene mi corazón. Usted parece tan hermosa, en tu vestido de rosa. Isabella, ¿cómo está? Isabella, ¿cómo está? Isabella, ¿cómo está? Cha, cha, cha. Yeah, they just bought a house in Maple Ridge, so now I'll never have to see him. And my other granddaughter, she's living in Toronto with the father's parents, and we don't get to see her very often. And I wrote this when she was born, the start of it, and then all of this big shitstorm happened, and I never could finish it until she was 8 years old, and then she could fly by herself and come out from Toronto. So she comes out every year now. But then the day after I heard that she was coming out, it was all in my head, you know, it's just one of those things. I had the chorus from the beginning, you're coming back. And it's kind of a old-timey waltz. Sometimes it seems all of our dreams don't mean nothing. I believe that it's true that the love inside you counts for something. Just like they say, life can get in the way of the good things. Clarissa, Clarissa, you know that I'll always love you. Clarissa, Clarissa, when you're not around, I sure miss you. That smile on your face seems to light up the place I kiss you. Came into my life, all sugar and spice can't resist you. Clarissa, Clarissa, you know that I'll always love you. The twists and the turns of this path that you're on are frustrating. At the end of the road with my heart on my sleeve, I'll be waiting. Now that the end is beginning again, till the next time. Wherever you go, girl, you put on the show, let your light shine. Cause while we're apart, you still live in my heart all the time. Clarissa, Clarissa, you know that I'll always love you. Clarissa, Clarissa, when you're not around, I sure miss you. That smile on your face seems to light up the place I kiss you. Came into my life, all sugar and spice can't resist.